guys, thanks for clicking. Today I'm going to engrave names on the top of these leather boxes. So the first thing I did was to measure the height of the box. This measurement came out to just under 2 inches. And Glowforge states that 2 inches is the maximum height for engraving. And this will have to be done from the base of the Glowforge with the crumb tray out. Next, I want to make a placement jig out of scrap material so that I can easily place all the boxes in the same place. I want this placement jig to be in the center of the base right under the camera. So I place the scrap piece on the base of the Glowforge and I push it up against the front wall. This will ensure that it will be square to the print head. I then make minor adjustments, and when it's centered, I tape down both ends with Gorilla Tape to lock it in place. I then get my first box and I place it in the jig and I push it into place. I then decide to turn the box upside down and do a test engrave on the bottom before engraving on the top. Earlier I took some measurements of the bottom of the box so that I can make an actual size SVG file. I will center my text in the middle of this box so that when the file is loaded into the Glowforge, I can use the actual size SVG file to align everything to the box. I next load the actual size SVG file into the Glowforge, and I quickly noticed that the SVG file was not the same size as the box. That means one thing: I have to set focus. So I click on the 3 dots and I select and I click on set focus. I move the cursor to the center of the box and I click the mouse button once again. After a few seconds, the Glowforge pops up an error. But don't worry, just keep trying to set focus until the Glowforge is successful. It was on the 5th set focus attempt that the Glowforge was successful. And when it finally succeeded, you can see the camera rescale because it finally locked in the focus. And now the actual size SVG file fits perfectly on the leather box. I then enter in my test engrave settings. I set the speed to 1000 and the power to 80. I then select 270 lines per inch with only one pass. Hopefully these settings will be right the first time. I now move and align the actual size SVG file directly over the box. I ungroup the file and delete the outer alignment box. That leaves the perfectly centered name ready to be test engraved. So let's press the print button and let's get this test engrave started. After closely inspecting the test engrave, I was very pleased with the results, so I will use these engrave settings to engrave the tops of all the other boxes. I then made actual size SVG files of all the other names so that they can be easily aligned over the box. I placed the first box into the jig top side up. I aligned the SVG file over the box and I set the engrave settings as I did before, and then I pressed the print button. Well guys, this wraps up another project. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video or even learned a thing or two, please like and subscribe. And also, please send me a comment because I always enjoy answering any questions that you may have. So until my next project, I hope to see you then. So have a great day and God bless.